Yo, welcome. So, dancehall artist Shawn Storm, yes, incarcerated Shawn Storm, and Gage are embroiled in a war of words. And I like it. Dancehall has been a very boring place for the longest time because the new crop of dancehall artists, even though we are happy that dancehall artists have found a new way to get their break, via YouTube, social media, etc. And therefore, many young talents are being ushered into the music industry. However, with this wave of new talents, a lot of crappy dancehall artists with poor lyrical content or next to no talent are breaking, because social media basically thrives off things that they see that they find funny. Like, so if you should release a good song, the odds of you going viral on social media is not very high, but the odds of you breaking from something that's total bullshit or total gimmicks that people like to share on social media, you will likely to get more attention than someone who actually has some real talent. And as such, mediocre artists who can manage to generate attention by doing bullshit and singing bullshit are the ones that are basically running the industry. Back to the topic. So Shawn Storm and Gage are involved in a war of words, and it is quite entertaining. Gage is defending himself and he's putting up a good fight. Many persons are saying that, even though he broke with silly songs like Hello Kitty and Throat, he has shown over the years that he's also able to write good records. It is just unfortunate that the fans already placed him in the corner of dancehall, and they had him as one of those crappy artists, so even when he now writes better music and shows his writing capabilities, some persons are still stubborn and will not give Gage his real respect just because.
Oh my god.
This is why sometimes it's not good to get your break with a mediocre song, or to get your first break on the record that the people are introduced to you with is not a good record, and I think those weak songs, well, they broke, but they were poor quality songs. So I think those poor quality songs affected the respect that Gage would have gotten if he had broken with materials like the ones that he has put out in recent times and the ones that are featured on his mixtape, that he did after getting through it. But the beef is a nice little beef. I'm wondering if it is made up, I can't really believe too many things that these dancehall artists and these rappers do and these R&B artists, a lot of things that you see in the media are just made up for hype, but I'm all for this entertainment, I am wondering, however, if the guys are taking it too far. Well, not for Shawn Storm's sake. And I must also congratulate Shawn Storm because you can see where he is writing better. In his formative years, he wasn't one of the best writers in Gaza, but you can see where he has grown. You can see that he has taken the time, being behind bars, and he has worked on his craft and he's writing way better. It's a pity that he couldn't be able to record his songs, properly and whatnot. You can hear that some of the content is not really sitting on the beats properly, and you can tell that because the device that he's using to record, he doesn't have the privileges to punch in, to EQ things properly, so some of the songs may come off, like they are not riding the beats properly. Some of the verses haven't locked the beat properly, like he would have been able to do if he was free. But nevertheless, I am proud of Shawn Storm. You can see where his writing has grown. As for Gage showed that his writing grew when he did his mixtape and also when he was embroiled in that beef with Shano. He really showed that he was more than just the guy who sang Dung Inna Your Throat, Dung Inna Your Throat. However, I am also wondering if this war, if they are going too far with some of the things which they are saying. One of the key things that raised my eyebrow was the fact that Gage told Shawn Storm about his dead mother, and ridiculed him about, the fact that his mother's eye, wasn't well, and many core dancehall fans, they know that how Shawn Storm felt about, doing a surgery on his mother's eye before he ended up going to jail, on a 26, 25-year sentence, And so, like, I thought that was a low blow by Gage, If somebody's in jail, there are so many things you can say about a man being in jail, not having access to regular things that regular human have access to. You did not have to stoop so low as to mention about his mother's eye and talking about his dead mother and stuff like that, So I don't really like that, They say there is no rule in love and there is no rule in war, But I just think that was a very cheap shot and a very low blow. I didn't give Gage any points for that. I kind of like, I was like, yo, that is a very mean thing to say, Like, and Jamaicans don't really make too many jokes about mothers, We take mother jokes very seriously, Especially back in the back in the like the late 90s, early 90s. Once you told someone about their mother, that was sure to bring forth a fight or something, So what Gage did, disrespecting Shawn Storm's mother, I don't really like that, but I do like the beef, It's kind of something that you look forward to hearing each response, daily, especially in this climate when these bunch of dancehall artists are absolute trash. It's refreshing to hear some people trying to be witty, trying to put some creative bars together. Not saying both artists are the best lyricists, that God has ever created. But, it's kind of refreshing to hear two artists, putting down something, putting down some bars together, and showing that dancehall is still a competitive space and showing that, lyrics still matters, instead of this back juice fucker that is being played and thing by these artists that are running the place by now. I'm out.
Yeah, man, a fire with a straight and compassion left you black like a spray and money up off me mother data so she happy. Now waste me money for no stripper shitty body. Must see mother goody got it pussy.